Now, as a kid, there are many concepts that we're very familiar with and know are just always going to be there. One being that Santa is real and he's going to give us some sort of present. Another being that we have to choose between whether Spider-Man or Batman is going to be our favorite character for the rest of our lives. Based on the title and the fact that you guys are actually watching this video, I'm sure you guys can tell that Spider-Man is my favorite. But also notice that I'm not one of the only ones, as Spider-Man is a favorite for a lot of people, and it made me start wondering, what exactly about his character is so intriguing to most people? Now, I'm sure as a kid, it was probably his fighting style, as we all love to see a nice little agile, acrobatic, and somewhat strong character just whooping ass all over the screen, but there's gotta be more to it than that, right? Now, after reading and just watching a whole lot of Spider-Man, I'm sure one of the most relatable points about him is, well, the fact that he's relatable. Unlike the many billionaire superheroes or gods or crazy insane aliens with crazy genetics, Spider-Man is literally just an average guy who ended up with powers and just had a strong moral code. He deals with stuff like paying rent, having to balance school and work responsibilities, and being able to maintain his friendships and possible love interests as well. And as we know, or should I say I know, that's something I struggle with quite a bit, as I'm not gonna lie, getting to the money nowadays is quite the struggle, and being able to balance the fact that I'm about to go to college soon and I'm also a high school senior can be, cause a lot of issues, to say the least. The second part about him that's also something that people relate to, or people kind of envy actually, is a strong moral code. Now, for those wondering why I started with the word envy, well, Spider-Man, you have to remember, he's a really good guy, doing a lot of good things for a lot of good people for the free, which is something that me and I'm sure a lot of other people just cannot afford to do in this day and age. As there's no way to tell me to risk my life against a talking, living, 8-foot lizard and expect me to just do it for the free ski with no sort of compensation. Get out of here with that, bro. Plus, if you read and or watched the Superior Spider-Man arc, then you know that when Doc Ock controls his body, the first thing he notices is the fact that Peter has been holding back this entire time, as he really could have just been one hit killing every single villain, but in reality he just wants to be the right person, send him to jail and let him break out again, over and over and over again. Now, I'm sure that repetitive cycle gotta be boring at some point, as for someone like me, as soon as you break out after a third time, I just gotta send you down to the gulag. But the fact he's able to withstand it and just keep on holding back despite the fact he knows he has all this power is something we just have to applaud him for. Now, another way that Spider-Man connects to his audience is the fact he's constantly going through tragedies, with his most notorious tragedy being his Uncle Ben story, as we all know the saying that great power comes with great responsibility, and we all know that death quite literally messed him up, but also set him up for the biggest success ever as being Spider-Man. And by the way, the losses don't just end there, as in the comics his life is just pure agony and pain. For example, when he first reveals his identity publicly, his Aunt May is sniped in broad daylight, and he has nothing to do with it, for real. Again, in the Superior Spider-Man run, as I mentioned earlier, Doc Ock controls his whole body. So when I say his whole body, I mean he controls his relationships, his work life. He watches Doc Ock crush his girl while he's technically in the backseat of his own body, which that in itself is like the worst form of torture anyone could go through. There's even a joke about it in which he meets other universe versions of himself, and they all talk about how shitty their lives is too, with one even having cancer. Yeah, cancer. But besides all that, he still decides to wake up each morning to save New York or save some random citizen. And again, that's why he's known as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's not someone that, he does save the universe time and time again, but at the same time, he still is the guy that can stop you from the random mugging or just help you get your cat out of the tree. Lastly, Spider-Man has just been pushed on us like insane. Like, I'm not gonna lie, his media team has to be one of the best in the world. Might even be better than America's or Japan's. Yes, he's been successfully adapted into TV, blockbuster films, animated features, video games, toys, stage shows. His omnipresence is essentially insane, as the different media emphasizes different strengths like acrobatics, his life. The successful and high quality adaptations are essentially just making Marvel more and more rich every other day. So yeah, I'll say that the media team is definitely one of a kind for sure. Anyways, y'all, I just wanted to yap a little bit because I'm not gonna lie, I'm going through it right now, and I guess one video at a time could help get through it, I guess. Anyways, y'all, hope you guys have a nice life, or are enjoying your life. Sorry, that sounded kind of depressing. Hope God's blessing y'all. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in another video, a longer one obviously too. Pause, but yeah, y'all get it.